Let me bring on board Kunal Bothra as well to try and give us a perspective as to how he's seeing markets. Kunal, crude prices have cooled off. Firstly, very good afternoon. Crude prices have cooled off, and despite that, we're not seeing any strength in our markets. And yesterday, at least at the fag end, there was some strength which was visible that's been sold into actually.
Yeah, good afternoon, Harsh. It's a little strange to see the market's reaction today because the Nifty on one hand is down 60, 70 points. Bank Nifty surprisingly is up 300 plus points, 400 points approximately. And I think we maintained this 350, 400 points throughout the day for the Bank Nifty. So largely, I think it indicates that maybe the market breadth across the Nifty 50 is not as powerful as compared to the Bank Nifty. Maybe I think some bit of it could be contributed because of the premium which was there for the index futures yesterday, or the excessive premium rather which was there for the index futures yesterday. We were almost at 185, 180 points on the index premium yesterday. We've now cooled off into 160, 65 points. That's I think some bit of contribution from that aspect. But largely, I would believe that 24,200, 300 is where we are fluctuating into. It's just that the advanced decline ratio is not as strong as we would have anticipated in the maybe in the session like yesterday, where we saw the market showing signs of recovery. So there I'm a little bit more disappointed. But from the index perspective, it's absolutely okay to have one day off for the Nifty, but a more powerful day for the Bank Nifty.
Okay. And Kunal, just in terms of the sector tilt among broader market sectors as well, what do you think does well?
So defense is something which you've been bullish on. If you remember, Harsh, I think we gave a call on many of the defense names last week itself, where we saw names like Mazagon Dock, HAL, Cochin Shipyard, etc. was one of the picks which I recommended yesterday also as buy calls. I would sense that now defense is moving into that second leg of price uptrend. So many of the defense stocks are now moving into a second breakout mode. Second, I call it because of the variety of time frame charts. Capital market is one theme which is looking attractive. So it started off with recovery in MCX almost like a couple of weeks back, and now it's moved on to other names. You see Motilal Oswal Financial Services, Angel One saw a good recovery yesterday. Today you're seeing the likes of CDSL making a very strong comeback for itself. So I would sense that other than the private sector banking stocks, we highlighted Kotak Bank, for example, a few days back, that it's one of the most stronger ones, could make a decisive comeback from the pack of the private sector banking names. Now, other than private sector banking names, if I have to take a consistent bet, I would believe metals, defense, as well as capital market as an overall theme could be something to look at.
Okay. Just very quickly, Kunal, your picks for this afternoon. How are you looking at stock-specific action?
So I'll go with a couple of buy calls. My expectation is that few sectors will continue to show signs of strength and outperformance. First one which I'm suggesting as buy is on Mazagon Dock. Again, going with the same theme of defense, would look at 2,800 as a target, stop loss at 2,600. But one of the sell calls which I'll initiate would be on Bharti Airtel, the large cap name, which is actually showing signs of slight bit of a spring breakdown on the charts. So would look at a sell on Bharti Airtel. My expectation is that the stock can drop down to at least 1875 over the very short term. Stop loss to be kept at 1940.
Okay.